War has shaped history, empires, and civilizations. Today, we're diving into 10 of the most pivotal ancient battles that changed the course of history. From Egyptian pharaohs to Roman emperors, these are the clashes that defined power, culture, and the fate of nations. First Battle of Kadesh, 1274 BC, Egyptian Empire versus Hittite Empire. In 1274 BC, the Egyptian and Hittite empires clashed at Kadesh, marking one of the largest chariot battles in history. Pharaoh Ramesses II, eager to expand his territory, led the Egyptian forces, only to find himself outmaneuvered by the Hittite king, Muwatalli II. Despite an ambush that nearly broke his forces, Ramesses rallied his troops for a strategic counterattack. Though neither side emerged as a clear victor, the battle led to one of the earliest known peace treaties, shaping the future of both empires. Second Battle of Marathon, 490 BC, Greek city-states versus Persian Empire. The Persian Empire, under King Darius I, sought to conquer Greece in 490 BC. They landed at Marathon, facing a smaller but determined Athenian force. Despite being heavily outnumbered, the Greeks used clever tactics, striking the Persians with fierce determination. The result? A stunning Greek victory. The Battle of Marathon not only protected Greek independence, but also inspired future generations. The legend of the Marathon race itself was born from this battle, as a messenger ran to Athens to deliver news of victory, then collapsed from exhaustion. Third Battle of Thermopylae, 480 BC, Greek alliance led by Sparta versus Persian Empire. 10 years later, the Persian Empire returned under Xerxes I with a massive army determined to crush Greece. At the narrow pass of Thermopylae, King Leonidas of Sparta and 300 of his best warriors made a legendary last stand against the Persians. They held the pass for days, giving their lives to buy time for the Greek allies. Though they were ultimately overrun, their bravery inspired Greece to unite against Persia, shaping the course of Western civilization. Fourth Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC, Alexander the Great versus Persian Empire. On the plains of Gaugamela, Alexander the Great faced the Persian king Darius III in a decisive battle that would change the world. Vastly outnumbered, Alexander used brilliant tactics, breaking through the Persian lines with his elite cavalry. His victory shattered Persian power and established Alexander as ruler of one of the largest empires in history. Gaugamela symbolized the unstoppable rise of Greek culture and influence across 3 continents. Fifth Battle of Zama, 202 BC, Rome versus Carthage during the Second Punic War. The Battle of Zama was the final showdown between Rome and Carthage, ending the legendary rivalry between Hannibal and Scipio Africanus. Hannibal, known for his war elephants and daring tactics, was finally outmaneuvered by the young Roman general in 202 BC. With the defeat of Carthage, Rome ascended as the dominant power in the Mediterranean. Zama not only marked the end of the Punic Wars, but also set Rome on a path to becoming an empire. Sixth Battle of Megiddo, circa 1457 BC, Egypt versus coalition of Canaanite city-states. Nearly 3,500 years ago, Pharaoh Thutmose III led Egyptian forces into battle against a coalition of Canaanite city-states at Megiddo. Known as one of the first battles recorded in history, Megiddo saw Thutmose use an audacious strategy to surprise his enemies. After a decisive Egyptian victory, Egypt asserted its dominance over the region, ensuring its influence in the Levant for centuries. Seventh Battle of Kadesh, 1479 BC, Pharaoh Thutmose III versus the city of Kadesh. Earlier in his reign, Thutmose III sought to expand Egyptian control over Syria. In 1479 BC, he confronted the city of Kadesh, a powerful stronghold. Through superior tactics and careful planning, Thutmose managed to subdue the city, marking an early phase of Egyptian territorial expansion. This victory solidified Egypt's status as a dominant force in the ancient world. Eighth Battle of Kunaka, 401 BC, Cyrus the Younger versus Artaxerxes II for the Persian throne. The Battle of Kunaka was a brutal clash for the Persian throne between 2 brothers, Cyrus the Younger and Artaxerxes II. With Greek mercenaries on his side, Cyrus sought to overthrow his brother in 401 BC. Although Cyrus was killed in the battle, His Greek allies, known as the 10,000, managed a remarkable retreat back to Greece. Their journey inspired generations of Greek soldiers and symbolized the resilience of Greek fighting spirit. Ninth Battle of Lutra, 371 BC, Sparta vs. Thebes. In 371 BC, the Thebans, under the leadership of Epaminondas, faced the Spartans at Lutra. Using a revolutionary new battle formation, Epaminondas managed to break the Spartan lines, leading to a decisive Theban victory. This defeat shocked the Greek world, shattering the myth of Spartan invincibility and shifting the balance of power in Greece. Lutra paved the way for Thebes to become a major power, if only briefly. 10th Battle of Actium, 31 BC, Octavian versus Mark Antony and Cleopatra. The fate of the Roman Republic was sealed at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, a naval confrontation between Octavian and the forces of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Octavian's fleet decisively defeated Antony, who fled to Egypt with Cleopatra. This victory not only ended the civil war, but marked the dawn of the Roman Empire, as Octavian became Augustus, Rome's first emperor. The Battle of Actium transformed Rome into an empire that would shape the Western world for centuries. These ancient battles aren't just isolated events from a distant past. They're milestones in the story of human civilization. Each clash was a turning point that redefined cultures, reshaped borders, and even transformed entire empires. They represent humanity's desire for power, unity, survival, and resilience, showing how the fate of nations could rest on the courage of a few or the wisdom of a single leader. Think about Kadesh, where two superpowers reached an early peace treaty, setting a precedent for diplomacy amidst rivalry. Or Marathon, where a small city-state defied an empire, lighting the spark of Greek independence that would birth Western ideals. Thermopylae and the sacrifice of the 300 showed that bravery could inspire an entire civilization to rise against all odds, while Alexander's victory at Gaugamela demonstrated the reach of human ambition, spreading Greek culture across continents. Then there's Zama, where Rome rose to dominance over Carthage, marking the beginning of Roman supremacy that would echo across Europe. Battles like Megiddo and Kadesh paved the way for Egypt's lasting influence in the ancient world, while Lutra challenged the myth of Spartan invincibility, reminding us that even the mightiest can fall. Actium, the climactic struggle between Octavian and Antony, led to the Roman Empire's golden age, shaping the course of Western civilization for centuries to come. These battles remind us that history is full of turning points, moments when the world could have gone in a different direction. The courage, strategy, and decisions made on those battlefields have influenced the world we live in today. So next time you read about a legendary battle, remember it's not just a story, it's a legacy of bravery, ambition, and the unending drive for power and survival. Which of these battles do you think left the most lasting impact on history? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more epic journeys through history.